Hey guys, it's Rachel Castille. Today, I want to share with you a topic that's been on my heart about the heart. That your heart journey is more powerful than you know, and that your wealth is connected to your heart. So the more you can live from your heart, share from your heart, and birth what's actually in your heart, in the content you make, in the way you live, in the relationships you build, you're beginning to actually build wealth, because it's based on the actuality of what you have in your heart. And literally our lives are a reflection of our heart. Like if I'm dealing with fear, I'm going to see it all in my life. It's going to have some way that it's going to bleed out in my life. So the more I'm willing to see my heart and be kind to myself in what I see, and as I begin to give voice to the realness of my life, the things that matter to me, the more you can acknowledge your heart and begin to value your heart, give birth to it, speak from it, you're building something that's lasting, that's actual wealth. Relationships that last is ones that are heart to heart, that are connected. And when you build a business that's birthed from your heart, it will last. So that's what actual wealth is. Wealth is that it's sustained by the heart, not by lies, not by manipulation. It's an overflow of your life. So the more you step into it, the more permission you have to express all that you want to build, all that you want to do. It's who you are, you know? And that's what I'm discovering, like, as I built my business, as I live my life out loud, as I develop relationships with people. It's literally my life. Like, it's expanding. Every connection, every transaction, right? We're talking about sales. I'm in sales. I'm a network marketer. Every transaction is an incredible extension of my life, because these are people I've invested in relationship wise. Like, these are people that I love. These are people that I value. These are people that I believe in, and we are connected, and I'm here to foster and help them grow and birth what's in their heart to do. So literally, sales is the industry of empowerment. Network marketing specifically, it has this training arm. It has this this tapping in and empowering another heart, hearing their heart, fanning the flame of their heart, encouraging them, affirming them, encouraging them. This is what network marketing is. It's literally the journey of the heart. So the more that God is breaking things off of me, that I know that my heart journey is what my business calls for. My heart calls for me. More so, my business calls for me to speak from my heart, to live from my heart. And in that, I'm building something that is eternal. Literally. Whenever it's not a manipulation, it's not a tactic that births my business. It's me being me sharing myself with you, and me speaking into your heart. There are things being stirred in you and the people that I speak to. And when you can know in your heart that the work you're doing is the work of developing people, literally, you're going to build an empire, because it's not just a transaction. It's not just a tactic. It's not just about, oh, thank you for the money, I appreciate that. It's that investment into people. It's that expansion of my life. So it's really about receiving. When the heart is moving, when you can trust that your expression is what matters, you know you're giving of yourself when you do that. And when you're listening to another person, you're receiving from them. That's that open-heartedness where it's like, hey, I've chosen to believe that what I have to say matters. Therefore, I also believe what other people have to say, it really matters. And I'm here to glean and to honor what you carry, to honor what you bring into my life. And that's that expansion. And that's what I love about this business that I'm in. I'm a distributor for Enagic. We market water ionizers that is making home water alkalized, not just alkaline, chemically altered to appear like the pH is that. It's literally on a molecule level. It's the alkaline water with active hydrogen that is literally making your home water living. It's living water that gets absorbed into the body. I don't want to say any facts that I don't know is true. I was like, into the bloodstream. I was like, I don't know. But yeah, it gets absorbed into the cells, is what I was about to say. Wherever water goes in the body. And our body really assimilates it and it gets hydrated. It's not just sitting in your stomach sloshing around. It's actually helping you and hydrating all the parts of your body. And we're over 70% water. So literally, it's the most important thing that your water is actually good for you, that it's actually alkaline. Cancer, not making any health claims, but cancer can exist in an alkaline environment. So if you want to live healthy, you need to be drinking water that literally will sustain that higher pH, that your body is full of antioxidants. So, but that's what I do. That's what I bring. That's the product that I bring to the world. And that is so in alignment with body, soul, and spirit health, that we're taking care of our temple. And yeah, so it's amazing that what God is teaching me in this space, it's this journey of like, what does my heart believe? Hey, Mindy, bless you. So glad you're on. Bless you, bless you, bless you. Like, I love you. But yeah, just seeing that what's in my heart about what I'm doing, that's what's important. That I know what I'm bringing to the world, I believe in it. I know it's good for people. And as I share from my heart, as I search my heart on this journey, God has shown me so much. There's certain things that need to be removed out of my heart. And yeah, as those things got addressed in me, I'm getting sharper in my journey. I'm getting clearer in what I'm doing. And this is the revelation that God has given me, is that the more I'm willing to share my heart, the more I'm willing to know that that's all it's about. It's not about manipulation. It's not about I'm trying to convince you. Oh, I got to get this particular person to see. It's like, no, that I build from a place that I know my business is me sharing my heart. It's me sharing my journey. It's me sharing my why. It's me telling people where I'm going and how I'm going to get there. And the how is this vehicle. It is these products that are beneficial to every person in the world. Like, every person who has a K8 machine in their house will be better for it. I literally know if they never sell a single product, their life is better. They've invested into their health. And that's what it came down for me. Like, as I knew that God called me to business, I tried out a bunch of businesses, and there were things in my heart that I noticed, like, this ain't gonna set people free. This is good on one level, maybe the product's good, but this isn't actually gonna be a blessing. And that's why it's important. If you go against something in your heart and you try to force something, you try to just push it through and be like, nah, I'm loyal, I'm committed to what I'm doing, and I can't look to the left, I can't look to the right. That's literally how I felt. That's where I was. I was like, I'm not doing anything else, because I've already business hopped so many times that I felt embarrassed. But it was time for me to pivot. God was preparing me for something specific. That God just kept telling me, don't settle, Rachel, don't settle. I have more for you. Don't give up on the vision I gave you. Don't give up on, honestly, the support that I need myself. Like, God's put me in a community where I'm surrounded. You know, I'm just so blessed with so many other entrepreneurs that are walking this path. And yeah, there's a reason that the things that didn't sit right in me, that I didn't let my heart just like camp out in a place. Like, I needed to keep moving until I found real alignment in my life. Like, that's really important. And yeah, so it's so important when you know that building a business is your heart journey. How do you grow it? People ask me all the time, like, how do you actually do it? Like, how do you get sales? How do you, yeah, like, tell me, like, what is the real work? And the actuality of it, of what I've seen as I've been in the foundry, and even how Kelsey helps us, she has a process called Activate. And it's not, oh, here's a script, here's a strategy, go do this. She gives me a process of anchoring in my own belief, connecting to my own story, and communicating that, and knowing that's how you build a business. When you build a business from your heart, your wealth is attached to that. It starts to sharpen everything. It makes me go, who do I actually want to work with? Guess what? That brings you back to the heart again. And it raises my standards. I'm like, God, it's sharpening my vision. I'm like, I really want to work with people. I said this this morning. Isaiah did an interview with Devney. By the way, you've got to go see it. It's on my timeline. It's so powerful. Devney just started within the last week. And just seeing who she is, seeing her live from her heart and speak, it's so powerful, y'all. It gives me so much hope. I'm like, that is a picture of the real rest of saying yes to your destiny, saying yes to alignment with God, saying yes to your identity, and that you actually get to just live from that. But yeah, but he prompted in the interview, he said in the comments, he's like, write what you want from God this month. Like, what are your expectations for this month? And I wrote on there, I said, I want 5 people this month who, sorry, I'm getting distracted a little bit. I want 5 people this month who want to stir the destinies of other people. I forget exactly how I worded it, but I'm like, I want 5 people that literally want to see other people walk in their divine identity. Hello, good morning. And yeah, I want 5 people who really want to stir other people's identities, who have that heart to see people step into that, and people that have vision for other people. Like, I'm raising my expectation around what I want. You can't have something if you don't know what you want. What are you asking the Father for? And that's what I want. I want to work with people who have a heart for the kingdom, who have a heart to see other people step into the fullness of who they're created to be. That them being in business, it's not just like, oh, it's just about me. It's like, no, good morning. It's not just about me. It's about, there's so much potential in people. There's so much that's laying dormant. And if we don't go, they won't know. Like, there's so much. Like, that's what it's about. Like, that's my heart. Like, I know there are people who are out there with a similar heart as me, who want to travel, who want to ignite the nations, who wants to awaken people to what's actually been living in them, what they're unaware of, what trauma buried, what so many things shut down that actual heart journey. And that's what I'm saying. Like, your actual heart journey is so powerful. That's the revelation I want of my business. Literally, if there's some type of mantra statement, I want you to know your success, your wealth is connected to your willingness to embrace your heart journey and to share it with the world in whatever way possible. God got me started on that like 3 years ago. Before I started this business, God got me on YouTube and was like, start telling your story, start sharing what I did in your life, start sharing the revelation I gave you. And that was me stepping into the value of my heart journey before somebody else validated it. I just had to obey God and do that. And it's so beautiful to be in a space that the actual mentorship of this space in the community, that is literally our training. Our training isn't like, here's duplicate me. No, it's literally go inside and birth you. Share your belief, share your why, share where you're going, share what you're doing. And so yeah, it's important. How you get in alignment, you got to listen to your heart to begin with. What's tugging on your heart? What's pulling? That's what matters. And yeah, God is so good. I'm feeling like I need to go get my water out my car, y'all. No, I'm good. Rachel, I can talk with a little bit of chap mouth. It's okay. Not gonna get distracted. But yeah, guys, literally whatever you gotta do to start speaking, to start telling your truth. Maybe you're buried under a bunch of stuff. Maybe a bunch of people have told you, hey, if you say that, I'm gonna do this to you. I'm gonna hurt your family. I'm gonna do this. Any people threatening you to not speak from your heart, to not tell the truth. That's literally where you start to step back into your power, when you can honor your voice and you can know that your voice was made for a reason. Your voice was made for a reason. And your experiences matter. Like, you just don't even know, like, who God can connect you with. I even blessed, like, my sister Mindy. We met online. She found my profile. And, like, that's my sister. Okay? So I just want to show you. I want to show you, like, when you are obedient to God, God is going to connect you and put you where your voice is needed. And don't ever fear the people around you. Never fear your current situation, because God has such a bigger purpose for you. And that's the beauty. Like, I'll even speak about this. My team, Firestarters, we are from all over the world. Literally. It's just the beginning, less than 2 months that I've started my business, and God is already bringing people on this path that we recently, like, met each other within the year, like literally this year. I have one person I've known longer than this year that's in my team, and it's beautiful seeing what God is doing. But this journey, I'll even say, it started with my husband birthing his ministry online, being obedient to be where God told him to be, and God's connecting all kinds of people to us and then connecting to me. And it's really beautiful. If God wants you in a certain place, you need to get there. You need to be obedient, because your obedience is connected to so much. It's connected to tons of people. I got on these, like, 5-finger toe shoes, and I'm getting rocks in my shoes as I walk. Give me one sec. But yeah, God's gonna blow your mind. Who God will put you in front of. And it's the best refinement in the world. Like, literally, when you're on your path, when you're speaking, God's going to show you the things that's still in your heart. Like what God's been showing me. I didn't realize how I was still pulled back in fear of rejection, that I didn't even notice. Like, I thought I overcame that a lot, but it's like, it caused me to be hard. It caused me to prep for the rejection that's coming instead of free flowing. And whether it's, like, it could cause me to guard my pearls, that sort of thing. And God's showing me, like, okay, Rachel, be done with that. Get back on focus. What you've got to do is speak what I spoke to you. Speak where you're going and love people. And I'm going to call in the people. I'm going to bring them in. I'm going to bring the people that are meant to be in this space. This is the good ground that they're going to grow in. This is the place where they're going to get unlocked and where they're going to launch from. And if you don't get online and speak, they won't know. They'll be looking around, searching. And because you haven't spoken to let them know that it even exists, And so I just want to share perspective, what business actually is. This is a question I got from one of my new team members, and like it just started the best discussion today in our meeting. And like, what does it actually look like? What is the work that I'm actually doing? And it's really learning to follow who God is drawing you to, reaching out and sharing what you believe in, sharing what you're doing, where you're going, and giving them that option to take a look at it. And blessing them in their timing, in their process, and just keep moving, keep bringing your message to the world, to the people that God leads you to, and being intentional to develop the relationships with those that God has highlighted to you, that y'all's paths overlap. It may not be, they might join you in a year from now, but like, they're who they are. When you start to value people for who they are, it's not about an exchange of whether they're in the business with you. It's like, no, I honor the person God created you to be, and I'm so blessed to have you in my life, and I just like having you around. I like what you bring into my world. And when you start to build that way, you're letting your heart expand your territory. And the expansion of your territory is relationships. Literally, if you can start to receive new light, new love, new brilliance, new stories into your life expands so much, and it changes you, it illuminates you. And that's what's happening in my life. Literally, God is showing me the places that other people are going to build up. Sometimes you think, oh, my breakthrough is going to be in my prayer closet. And sometimes it's like, no, I need you to call so-and-so. And they're going to speak into your life. And they're going to break something off of you that would have taken 10 years to get off of you. Because you stepped into the light and you surrendered control. And you received love in a place that you've guarded for decades, you know? Like, you just never know what God's going to do and how quickly things can change in your world. But it does require surrender. Yeah. Yes. Oh, Mindy, yeah, bless you. You said hallelujah. In God's timing on finances, I will be part of the team. Amen. I see it, sister. God's got you. Like God had me. I had a waiting, but it was right on time. Every bit of what God prepared in me was all a part of my journey and my story. And yeah. But that's exactly it, man. When you walk out the heart journey, when you live before God, you live before people, you begin declaring what God is doing in your life. You begin letting God send you to people. You're obedient and loving the people that God puts in front of you. Then you're already surrendering. Our paths look different. There might be a phase of the journey. Like for me, I was an Uber driver and God was like, will you love my people? Will you love my people and not focus on the money? Will you love the people that get in the car with you? Will you, even if you're just hosting the presence of God, are you going to be open-hearted that your heart impacts them? It's not always what you say. It's who you are. It's your compassion. It's just who you are being given to the next person. God gave me seasons of life. I worked for my brother's business and God was like, are you going to serve here? Are you going to love here? Are you going to bring your best here? Are you going to be obedient here? And then God was like, okay, time to start your coaching business. Get certified. Are you going to get online and start sharing that online? Sharing the personality types, all that wisdom, all the things that God has poured into me over the years to see people, to help people understand how they're wired and how they're made up and what balance looks like for them, how their heart is, all of that. God was like, are you going to be a good steward of all of that? Will you put that content out? Will you share what I showed you? How I delivered you from religion and I helped you find your identity. I helped you find your value. Are you going to share that? So never get weary in the seasons where you're not really seen and you're doing little things. You're in an alley loving someone. You're helping the homeless. You're doing something. You're loving on people. That's your calling. And God will promote you. God will bring you into your next season, and all that you learned, all that was cultivated in your heart, back to the heart, right? That same heart that you are, you get to bring it to the next space, and you get to bless that next audience, that next community of people. So, yeah, that's what it's all about. As long as you're on your journey with God, and you're letting God refine your heart, you're letting God minister to your heart, that's always going to lead you right into the next season of what is meant for you. And the biggest revelation in my life right now is God showing me that relationships is wealth. Relationships is wealth. Relationships is wealth. If you're using people, that's not a relationship. So let God show you, no condemnation on that. But relationships is a flowing river back and forth. Where I receive from you, you receive from me. I honor you, you honor me. And we're learning how to love one another. We're learning how to flow together. We're learning what God is doing in this moment, in this overlap. That's so important. And yeah, as you begin to live that way, as God might be like, oh, I need you to go call this person, go talk to this person. You're like, well, that's not going to benefit my path. I'm thinking I'm all gung-ho. I'm all about this. I'm trying to get over here. Why do you want me to go over there? And God is trying to show you something. It ain't about your goals. It's about what God's showing you about your heart. And yeah, there comes a point where God will promote you into places, and you will be able to do incredible things, and you will accomplish your goals, right? Nothing wrong with having goals. But if it's not birthed out of love, if it's not birthed out of a place where you're actually seeing what you carry for people, and you're giving, and you're loving, and you're sharing, and you're receiving, then it's not even wealth. It's just a different form of bondage. Sometimes you can have a lot of money and it's literally just bondage. You're just so tied up. You sold yourself out for all this. You're just like, it's eating up all your time, and you got money, but you have no joy. You have no peace. You have no rest to show for what you went and attained, you know? So it really matters how you get to where you're going. It matters, man. It matters. I've watched God, let me not even say that about me. I've watched God rescue me out of my own decisions. I'll put it that way. But I tried to be in a lot of places. I tried to partner with a lot of people's visions. I tried to make it my own. And by the mercy of God, God always showed me what I needed to see, and that I needed to get out of certain things, because it was going to bear the wrong fruit in me. It was going to create the wrong culture in my business. And I don't say this to condemn anybody. Like, I'm grateful for every overlap I ever had. I honor lots of amazing things in the people that I've gotten to work with in the past. And yeah, I bless them. But at the same time, what we don't see that is driving us still is there. It still becomes a culture. It still becomes an influence. And God was showing me, not to condemn anybody in that place that I was in, but God was showing me what in common I had in my heart that I needed to lay down. And it's good to have belief in what you're doing. It's good to have that knowing around what you're doing, but it was wrong of me to basically try to assert something that we're the best, we're the this, we're the that. And God humbled me a lot to show me, like, no, there's a lot of different paths. There's a lot of different ways, and not everybody's called to the same thing. And just God's humbled me out of a lot of pride that I can share what my mission is, what I'm called to do, and the people that are meant to align with me, to call them in. And that I can also still bless people on different paths, you know. So different things like that, where I was always looking in my life for who had it right and everybody else was wrong. That's a me thing. So I just wanted to clarify, like, I'm not here to condemn anybody from my past at all. I welcome y'all into my future. Literally, I live my life in such a way that it can be an example for everybody that has ever been on my path, that you're welcome to walk with me now. Like, I have no hard feelings about anything, and any differences that we've had. Hey, I like to learn, and I learn things from differences. So I'm learning that through vulnerability and honesty, I can connect with anybody from any season of my life. And there's things that I feel like sometimes we shut people out because we don't want their testimony of who we were in their life at that time. Like, maybe my heart was jacked up, and they might need to tell me about myself. I need some water, y'all. One sec. I'm in the park. About to have some of this nasty water. My Kangen water is in my car, but I need a little bit of something. But yeah, so that's a big thing I'm learning, is that I want to live in such a way that every person can be a mirror to me of what's in my heart. Everybody can show me anything, and I'm welcome in the light. Like, I want to see. That's my actual desire, is I want to see, and I want the fire of God to refine anything that I see. And I like the being tested by the public. There's something very good about living in the public, because sometimes I have a illusion that I'm living in about who I am. And whenever different people shine light on me, it changes that. It changes, it helps me see more of reality. I'm like, oh, I really am that way in that area. And I'm like, oh God, I give this to you. And yeah, so God is challenging me. It's like, everybody that God has put in my world, they're there for a reason. There's connections I have from all different seasons of my life. There's people from my childhood, my times of being Pentecostal, my times of being non-denominational. There's people from different seasons when I lived off in the San Antonio area. I lived back here. I lived in Louisiana. There's people from all those times in my life. And it was easy for me in my own anxiety, in my own trauma, in my own fear to not even know what to do with the relationships that were put in my life. I was just so on my own mission, on my own, trying to outrun my own shame in a lot of different places. And I saw how that controlled how I saw my calling playing out. And I couldn't fulfill my calling, keeping all of that stuff pushed down, disassociated from versus delivered, versus repented of and uprooted out of my life. And yeah, so I've been on a heart journey, and it's led me to business. It's led me to global impact. It's led me online, and it's leading me to Kenya in less than a week. We leave Sunday. Today's Tuesday. So yeah, I'm so excited. God is going to do so much amazing things. We're going to be out there for 3 weeks, and then we're moving to Kenya a year from now, probably around this time next year. And I just want to be faithful in what God is doing and what God is awakening within me, that I be faithful to share my journey, that God can speak through me, through my story, to help you unlock yours. Because your story is everything. Your path is everything. The things you've been through is everything. What can you speak from? What can you speak from but what God has taught you? But from what you've been through? But from what God is showing you? So if you're not comfortable enough to share what God is speaking to you, what God is doing through you, and if you put a cap on that journey, you're never going to launch the ministry, the business, the purpose that God wants you to release into the world. God detoxed me for years from a lot of the music I used to play as a musician, as a singer, so that God can birth what my music is supposed to be. We have to tune into what God is doing so that what we create comes from our story. It comes from what we've been through. It comes from what God is showing me, what is being cultivated in my intimacy with God. That's literally what matters. That's the most important thing. And everything that will be fulfilling, that will bring joy, that will bring life, it comes from your willingness to live in your heart and to be honest. And I'll tell you, when you've been living a lie, when you've been living concealed, when you've been living afraid, when you've been living protective, it can be scary to do that. But all you got to do is the one natural next step. Ask God, what do I need to do next to be free? I surrender. I say yes. I want your will. Where do I start? What's step one? And for me, my heart beginning to break open, God was like, you can trust this person. Go talk to them. You sitting there in that conversation like, I don't even know what to say. Just say something that's true. Say something from the heart. Say what is bubbling up, and trust God that God led you there, and you're going to begin to birth your story. You're going to begin to birth your value. You begin to birth what God put you on the earth to do. The things you're made to be a light in. The things you're meant to change. And yeah, God will shape you into being the voice you were created for. That's what God has you for. There's a purpose for your voice. There's a purpose for your heart journey. And anything you birth from your heart, it's eternal. It's eternal. You can't even quantify the effects you have in people when you share your heart and it stirs their heart and their heart goes out and does amazing things. You never can You can't even quantify it. So it's a lie that, oh, my story, what is it gonna really do? How's that really gonna help people? When you take responsibility for your own life and you tell the truths you need to say, if you're buried under guilt, shame, condemnation, regret, all that, there's some stories you need to go and repent. You need to go find a place with God, and maybe you need to find a safe place with a person to get that stuff off of you. Maybe you need to ask somebody for forgiveness. Maybe you not actually apologizing for something has you bound up. You might be bound up for 20 years over something you did that you don't want to admit to nobody. It's those sorts of things that locks the heart down. How do you get your heart free? Ask God, what do I need to do? And let God walk it out for you. Because sometimes we feel like, oh, I can never do what she does. I can never be online. I can never be out talking. All that shame, all that stuff comes up. When you start to do something in public, you find out what's still in your heart. And God put me on this journey of walking in the park so that I could see what's in my heart, so that I could get rid of it, so that I could follow the next thing that God instructed. That would be the freedom of that. And God started with Ubering. I tell you, being an Uber driver was the most revealing thing. It helped me see myself. It helped me to repent. It helped me to sit in the fire. It helped me to understand my value without having to talk. Sometimes you think, oh, you can cover your shame with your words. You can be entertaining as a way to cover your shame. And God began to burn that out of me and show me how to love. That when I open my mouth, it's to give, it's to bless, it's to invite what they are into my life too. Like, tell me about you. I love what you are about. I love what you're doing. Teach me that. That's a gift that you have. Share it with me. Share with me how you do that. Our mouth should be to build up, to edify, to love, to receive, to invite good things into our life, and to give good things in our lives to other people. So God had to take ownership over my mouth, ownership over my life, that I use my mouth not to manipulate, not to control perception, not to make you like me, or, to prevent things from coming into my life that God was actually wanting to show me. I had to surrender it. And yeah, everything surrendered, God can use. Yeah. So I just bless you with this. I don't want to make this any longer, make it too long. But I bless you guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being on my journey. And if anything I said resonated with you, if you feel a tug to learn more about the business that I'm doing, to work with me, we are doing incredible things right now. I've made over $10,000 in my first 6 weeks in this business, and it's about to blow up. God's doing so much right now. I'm looking for 5 people who are ready to run with me, who are ready to change their lives, who are ready to stir up the fire within other people, to be a part of this community, the Firestarters. And we're in the Foundry by Kelsey Little, which is this place where all these bomb entrepreneurs are, and we're growing, we're being refined, we are being birthed in this place. If you resonate, reach out to me, message me, or go to rachelcastille.com, just my name, rachelcastille.com, click on free masterclass at the top. It's going to change your life. It's going to change just everything. It's going to expand your vision. And there is more than enough support for you. There is no lack here. Whatever you need, God's going to put it in your path. So I bless you and I welcome you, and I'm excited to talk to you soon. And if you're interested in any of my coaching, all of that's on my website. You can check out personality types, soul health, all of that. You can book a session with me. All my links is on rachelcastille.com. So bless you guys. See you on the next video.